Alrighty guys, so it's the start of a new week. We got a fresh haircut. Haven't trimmed the beard up yet, but you know, I'm starting to get into the thing where it's like, you know, whenever my hair starts getting a little crazy and I get that haircut, I feel good. I feel better, I feel energized for some reason. I feel like a brand new me. A little bit out of breath because I was running outside with my dog Max. So, whew, just bear with me. Yeah, so it's the start of a new week. It's actually Tuesday, March 11th. My wife actually left this morning for a pre-op up in Charleston, South Carolina, because she's getting her surgery tomorrow. And she also has to do a different appointment today as well. I don't know what it's for, but it's for the surgery. And then with that being said, I am going to be going up there tomorrow morning, depending on what time her surgery is. So if it's at, like, let's say 6 a.m., I have to leave my house probably about like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, because Charleston's like 2.5 hours depending on traffic. So so I can be there for her surgery, be there for her, and then whenever she gets out of surgery, I'll be there with her. And then whenever she gives me the green light to go home, I'm gonna go home. Her mom's gonna bring her home. I'm gonna help her out of the car, that type of stuff. So she's got a long road ahead of her for recovery, about 6 weeks or so. So that's a month and a half. So I'm gonna be by myself for the most part. I might bring in one of my friends to help me for a little bit, pay him good or whatever, and he'll start to be free as of tomorrow. So we're gonna see, looking at a bunch of units. But anyways, start of a new week, and that means we're gonna be pulling eBay orders. I'm in a little bit of a rush because I have to leave here about 10:30. I gotta meet up with somebody who's doing a local pickup for a whatnot at 11. So I gotta at least leave here by 10:30. So my goal is to record this as quick as possible, so mind my rushness. And then I gotta pack up all the whatnot stuff. There's only 7 packages going out on whatnot, but it's like 32 items. Did a little small show, and then I got 6 items going out for $222.05 over on eBay. So some pretty decent sales, couple small sales, but that's perfectly fine. Matter of fact, let's scratch that. One of them is down at my storage facility, maybe even both of them. Actually, there's 2 of them. There's two items at my facility, which I'll pick those up on the way whenever I go to my place. So yeah, let's just say there's going to be only 4 items that we're going to pull, minus $14. So we're still looking at about $208 for 4 items. So yeah, with that being said, I got the first item picked up behind me. This was actually down in my storage unit, and it's going to be this Molinex turbo manual blender. And this thing right here we found at the Jacksonville storage unit. Y'all know that unit. That unit was pretty fire, and we found some really good stuff. That item right there, let me see, I took a best offer. I had it up there for $30. Somebody sent me an offer for $20, and then I rebutted at $23 because this stuff does sell for like $25-30 all day long. But I was like, you know what, $23, I'm fine with that. It's pure profit, and they gladly accepted it. It's in great condition, works, all that good stuff. So $23 plus shipping on that item. All right, so I got a bunch of craziness going on here because, again, my wife's mom flew into town, so that's kind of why all this stuff is sitting here until I can figure out what to do with it. Oral-B Pro 1000. This thing is brand new. I believe this is from a storage unit as well, and yeah, brand new, sealed, and it sold for $30 plus shipping. Oral-B brand new stuff, does pretty well. So yeah, not a bad little find in the storage units, because like I said, those little items from storage units always adds up. Then the next item is going to be right here in this tote. All right, next item is going to be the Sandats jersey. Look how beautiful this thing is. Sandats is no longer a thing in our area. They now call themselves the Savannah Bananas. Personally, not a fan of it. I've been to 1 or 2 shows, and it's not me. You know, I like regular baseball. I mean, it's fun, I guess, depending on if you're just looking for entertainment purposes, but just not me. To me, Sandats Stadium stuff, or Sandats stuff, will always be iconic to me. It's what I grew up with. I literally lived right across the street from Grayson Stadium, so growing up, and so I always like the Sandats. So, but this stuff is basically essentially discontinued. They're no longer a team, and yeah. So this jersey, very nice condition. We found this at, I don't know, a yard sale. Probably paid, I don't know, $5 or $10 for it. I don't know who this player is. Stolf, number 3. I couldn't find anything on him from what I remember whenever I researched it, but I listed it for $100. I had a watcher on it, so I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and send an offer for $70, and sure enough, it sold. So like I said, Sandnat Stadium stuff, if you guys ever find Sandnat stuff, Savannah Banana stuff too, that stuff always tends to sell. So be on the lookout for that type of stuff whenever you guys are out and about. All right, then last but not least, we have this John Deere Zippo lighter. This is from the aviation storage unit. If you guys remember that, probably a little over a year ago. Pretty decent condition, has some wear, but we annotated all that. We had it up there for $20. Somebody sent me an offer for $14. It's been sitting for a year. I don't think maybe I've had maybe one offer on it since then. But I was like, you know what, screw it. It's just like I said, like I told you guys last video, sometimes it's better just to take the money and run, because you'll find more stuff like that, especially when you guys do storages. You're gonna find more of that type of stuff, and it's inevitable. So, but it sold for $14 plus shipping, and those are the 4 items going out for $208. The other 2 will process for Wednesday whenever I record. Actually, I won't be here Wednesday, so it'll probably have to be Thursday. Or maybe I can do a secondary run to the post office this afternoon just to get it out. That way I don't have to worry about it for Wednesday. So, but yeah, nice, short, sweet today. I'll give you guys a little update of what's going on. So I got to pack up the whatnot stuff, and try to be out of here by 10:30. It is 9:35 right now, so I don't have much time, but I'm going to try to speed through this as quick as possible. And yeah, pretty good sales, not too bad. We have been listing more and more. That's why we're kind of seeing a really good influx of sales. Springtime is here. People are spending money, and yeah, we're gonna keep the eBay grind going. We're gonna cut back a little bit on whatnot, because I'm trying to channel in my energy to where it needs to be channeled in. Now, don't get me wrong, love whatnot, love everybody who comes to whatnot, but we're only gonna try to do that maybe once a week. You know, whenever we do start getting into the more storage units, but maybe at least minimum once a month, but I'm gonna try to shoot for once a week. So with that being said, let me pack up all this stuff, and we'll see you guys shortly. Alrighty guys, so today is Thursday, and it is 10 a.m. kind of getting a somewhat of a late start, mainly because I woke up, basically shaved all this and all that, so let my dogs out, kind of taking it a little slow today. So yesterday, all day yesterday, I was in Charleston, South Carolina. My wife got surgery, and I was running off about 2 hours in 2 hours of sleep in about 27 hours, because I was trying to get stuff done here. Then I had to leave at 2:30 in the morning here to get there before 6 o'clock, because that's what time they were taking her back. So I wanted to see her before she went back. Then I slept in my truck. I was in the truck probably for about 4 hours, and I probably only got like another hour and a half of sleep maybe. Sleeping in a truck is not as comfortable as some may think. I even climbed in the back seat with pillows and everything. So anyways, getting off topic, but my wife is coming home today. I just don't know when. I'm waiting for her to get released, essentially. So, but long story short, the surgery went very well. They literally said no complications. Normally the surgery takes 2.5 to 2 hours and 45 minutes. I think they said they did it right at 2 hours, so that's pretty darn good. And they said that she did really well. So I know she was a little bit pain yesterday, probably from the incisions and the gas that they pumped her up with, etc. So, but she's doing well right now. She's on medication, and she's just laying in bed. She just texted me. So, but anyways, so with that being said, since I had a long day yesterday, I'm only going to be packing up 2 packages today. We do have a lot more sales, but we're going to save that for tomorrow. So we only have 2 items going out for $28.72. So we're just going to pack up those 2, go to the post office. I got to stop by my storage unit, work on some auction stuff. Maybe I'll take you guys with me. And I also got to pick up the rest of the eBay orders, which I think it's only 1 item, because the rest of the stuff should be here. It is. Okay. So yeah, just 1 really big item that sold for $175, which you guys will see on a Friday. And then I'm going to try to go over there, maybe work on the auction stuff a little bit. It would be nice if I can get it all ready by this upcoming Tuesday. If I have time, because whenever my wife comes in, I have to basically bring her inside, make sure she's, you know, safe and sound. So anyways, let me just show you guys the 2 quick items that sold. This right here is a Hot Wheels, let me see exactly what it's called. Mystery Model Series 1. This is number 10. This is the prototype H24. It's a Hot Wheel. I got these at Peaches to Beaches from a viewer. I do apologize, cannot remember your name, because it was a year ago as of this weekend. Was it a year ago or was it 2 years ago? Dang, hold on. Let me actually check this, because maybe it was 2 years ago now that I think about it. It was 2023. So yeah, so these are not fast movers at all. I got them because I bought them all for $100, and I should be able to like triple plus my money. So it's not like it's hurting the bank. Paid $100 for a bunch of these. Sold quite a bit. I'm pretty sure we're in the green from Peaches to Beaches 2 years ago for sure. So this is pure profit. Again, doesn't go for much. Do not recommend picking this stuff up, but it sold for $2.49 plus shipping. And then last but not least, I had this item out there for $20, and the only reason I had it out there for $20 is because it's vintage. It's cool. Been sitting there since, let's see when the day I listed this. I listed this June 7th of 2024. So it sold in under a year, which ain't bad, you know. But it is a vintage Kroger hat, snapback, made in USA, good to go. Took a best offer for $12 plus shipping, and the reasoning why is because it's been sitting for going on almost a year, and I was ready to see it go. You know, like I said, sometimes whenever you get sent those offers, sometimes it's better just to take that money and run, especially if it's sitting inventory. But we do have more sales for Friday. I'm sure we'll get more today. Again, it's only 10 a.m., so you know the day is still young. So yeah, that's what I'm going to end up doing here. I'm going to be packing up these real quick, and then I'm going to go to my auction unit, work on that, pull my eBay order, and then we're just going to try to be a little productive today. But ever since I've been listing very frequently, I'm slowly getting my numbers back up on eBay. So normally I'm usually around, I want to say around 40,000 every 90 days. Now, obviously, I'm not near that right now because we were putting a lot of time and energy into Whatnot, which we're still going to be doing that type of stuff. It's just not my number one priority. eBay has always been good to me. Has always been consistent. Whatnot, it's fun. I love interacting with people, and I love getting people good deals. It helps kind of move like that middle stuff, which is still good stuff. It's just stuff that doesn't necessarily sell as quick on eBay, but we also bring a lot of good stuff in there. You know, Coach Purses, Dooney and Bork, really, really good items. And the issue that I'm having is that some shows just don't do as well, which is understandable. It's not going to happen all the time. But it amazes me how I can make $100 an hour, which is pretty good, to sell kind of like a little bit of everything. But then when you have some good solid stuff that doesn't sell as well, it kind of makes you think like, okay, well, I probably should have been listed on eBay or whatever. Still gonna keep my word. I'm gonna bring all the purses, everything like that to the Whatnot show. It just in the back of my head is like, if I'm looking for longevity, I think Whatnot is good for some people, for most people. Some people don't like it, some people do. I'm a huge supporter of Storage Auction Pirate. I love him. I love his energy, and he buys some really good units. So I'm really respectful for him to do Whatnot full time, and he also has that following. He's worked hard pretty much all his life, etc. So, but somebody like me, which I work hard, I work my butt off. But for Whatnot, it's just I'm just not 100% all in. I'm not a big talker in general. I'm funny, but I'm not a big talker. But I'm also kind of like one of those people where it's like I kind of like want to just wait to see when things sell, But anyway, so long story short, I know it's, well, not really long story short, but it's long story long. We're slowly getting our numbers back. So right now, my 90-day total is creeping back up to 20,000, so which is really good. Again, like I said, I'm normally around 40,000. Took a big cut, but also too, you got to remember, even though my sales are down on eBay, I'm still doing local auctions. Okay, I'm doing local auctions. That brings in a good chunk of change. I'm also doing Whatnot, etc. So, but with that being said, we'll see you guys Friday night, or I'll see you guys at my auction unit. So, might bring you guys along just for a little bit. Who's that pretty girl? Good morning. Who's that pretty girl? Yes. Such a sweet girl. Who's that? What's up, buddy? We going potty this morning? Let's go pee-pee. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go potty. Let's go potty. We're gonna get treats. As soon as we go potty, we're gonna get some treats. Come on, let's go get treats. Oh, you're so pretty. Come on. That's a good girl. That's my baby. Come on, Max. Let's go. There you go, boy. So the living room's a mess a little bit because, we've been doing a bunch of running around. And And this right here is my dog's favorite treats. Let me show y'all. So there's my sweet one. Watch this. She takes it all nice and gentle. There you go, my love. Maximus, come here. Oh, he's taking it gentle today. Good boy. All right, you guys. So we're down here at my unit. I don't remember the last time y'all were here. I don't remember what exactly y'all seen. But this is the auction room that we're currently working on. So got all this stuff, obviously pictured all this stuff. Our last auction, all this stuff was filled, man. But we still got a lot of good stuff. Some stuff that actually sold, like this Bambi thing. I think that thing sold for like, I don't know, 20 bucks maybe. And nobody came to pick it up. We messaged them, everything, and nothing happened. So, but all this stuff is in the auction. Everything. I'm in the middle of getting the other unit done. I'm only gonna be here for a little bit. My wife just got discharged, so I'm just waiting on that phone call to say, hey, we'll be home in like a couple hours. I also got some bad news about my units. So this unit specifically is going up in rent. The one over here, I'm about to show you guys, that one over there is not. So this one right here, I pay $566 a month, which in my opinion, but for a 12x40, it's not terrible. It's not terrible for the price. Again, this is where all the eBay stuff is. This stuff should hopefully get cleaned up. Again, I haven't really been through much. I gotta donate some things, etc. I gotta get this dining room table out of here. And all of this is my death pallet, as you guys know. And then all of this stuff is listed. But this unit right here, I'm paying $566 a month. The other one over here, I was paying $656 or something like that, $676. And they're bumping that one up by $150. So that means I'm gonna be paying $813 on that one unit. The only thing I like about these that make the price kind of worth it is the big ceilings. That means we can stack up racks, we can, you know, we can go up, right? And it has lights, so there's some benefit to it. However, I'm gonna be paying $1326 a month now instead of my normal $1160, $70 or whatever it is, you know. So it's gonna be a little bit of a unfortunate thing. Unfortunately, we had to pay it just because at $1,300, I mean, we're still profitable with the local auction with doing that type of stuff. So I mean, it is what it is. And yeah, $150 for one unit going up in a single month. I mean, that's rough. That's very, very rough. Hopefully this one doesn't go up anytime soon, but they said that it's for the market right now, and I'm just like, it's for the market, but at the same time, you got to make your customers happy. But I also understand, I get it. It's part of business. I mean, we're in the business too, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, bills are going up. That means we got to work a little harder. And but if we weren't profitable with our local auction, we'd probably just let it go, to be honest. But we need the room, we need the space clearly, and we're looking at a bunch of units next week. So yeah, I just want to give you guys that update. So now what I'm gonna do is get all this stuff out. I gotta lot some stuff up. I gotta kind of maybe look up a few things, get a little donation pile. There is gonna be a little bit of trash here, which is fine. I'll put all that type of stuff off to the side. And you know, there's gonna be some good stuff here, but there's gonna be a lot of stuff that has to get donated. So all right, let me get to work. Maybe I'll give you guys an update. If not, we'll see you guys Friday with what's sold. So appreciate you guys watching this video. Alrighty guys, so I know I told you guys I was gonna do this Friday, but it's actually Thursday late at night. Well, not really late, but it's 7:15. My video premieres at 8 o'clock tonight, so I have about 45 minutes to record, which should not take that long at all. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the packages for tonight and have them packed up for tomorrow morning. Because we have absolutely really nothing going on this weekend except for I'm playing baseball. I did break my elbow. Some people are going to call me stupid for playing, but I'm just not going to pitch because the pitching's the issue. If I play infield, I should be fine. I should be able to hit the ball. It'll be a tester. Now, I will say this. I am a smart person, and the only person who knows your body as well as you do is yourself. Okay, that's one thing I always say. Like, I know how my body feels. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood. If I'm hurting, I'm hurting. If I'm not, I'm not. You just gotta take my word for it. So I'm gonna do a little test game tomorrow night at 6:45, and we will see how that goes. If I'm not hurting, then hey, I think we should be good to go. I am still scheduling the MRI, so don't worry about that. I know a lot of you guys are worried about me because I run myself to death, so I got a lot of people who are worried about me, but trust me when I say I am perfectly fine as of right now. But between yesterday and today, we have 7 items going out for $486.16. Some pretty decent sales, considering. Again, I have slacked off of eBay for quite some time, but we were making a really strong boom back into it, and sales are definitely going up 100%. So, and oh, look at that, another sale. let's see, it just sold for 12 bucks. So, oh dang, 2 things just sold. Actually, sorry, 2 things just sold. So now we have 9 items going out for $531. Look at that. See, you guys are good luck. I pick up the camera, we record, and boom, we get some sales. All right, so let's go ahead and pull, pack, and ship these bad boys out. So the first thing going out is going to be a Bose SoundTouch 300 wireless sound bar. If you guys remember the unit where I paid like, I think over $1,200, then we ended up winning a unit for like $888. It had those big displayed to-goes things. So that unit was my first time actually losing money on a unit in probably going on 3 years now, which is kind of wild to think about. I have not lost money on a unit, exception of that one. That one we lost, I want to say about $500 or so. So definitely not a great one, but it was at the same facility. But on a positive note, that other unit that we paid like $1,200 for ended up really helping out that unit. So technically, if you look at both units together, we actually turned a profit. So depends on how you look at it. But the Bose SoundTouch 300, this was in my storage unit. I pulled it today. It has a little bit of dust because it's been sitting for, I think, a few months now. You know, it's already March, so probably got this in what, December of last year. So it took about 3 or 4 months to sell, but this is it right here. This thing ended up had it there for $200. Somebody sent me an offer for $175, so I took it and ran. I did have a few offers for like $100, $125. I rebutted at $150. I sent numerous offers out at $150. Nobody wanted it. I did plug it in. It works, so it's all good to go. So $175 plus shipping, which is pretty awesome. The next item though going out is going to be from my main man Matt. Did a private pick with him. So far I've done 2, and I had to get it. And yeah, this was from the second private pick. This is a Canon 75 to 300 millimeter ultrasonic lens. Had this up there for $75. Somebody sent me an offer for $70 plus shipping, so I figured why not. We are already in the green. And just some quick advice real quick. One thing I do with every single item that I post on eBay, I always allow the buyer to send me offers. I would probably say 70% of the time the buyer or whoever's buying from me pays full price. They don't even send an offer. But the other 30%, people send me offers, and I'm pretty reasonable with my prices. Something's a little high, I guess, in a way, but I'm very reasonable with accepting offers. So like, for example, if I have something up there for $20 and it's been sitting for 6 months and you send me an offer for $10, I'm gonna accept it. If I have something up there for $20 and you send me an offer for $15 or $10 and it's only been sitting for 24 hours, I'm gonna rebuttal at $15, etc., etc., etc. So always allow offers on your items. And like I said, it's just the way I always do things. Because let's just say, for example, you're up there, I don't know, doing a storage unit or whatever, right? Just taking up a lot of your time. And instead of people just allowing, you guys allowing them to send offers to you, then they got to send messages to you. And guess what? That delays your time of doing other things. So like, for example, if you have an item up there for $100 and I kind of like it, but I would like to at least offer maybe 70 and maybe meet in the middle with like 80 or something, right? So, so I can just send you that offer and you can decide to accept it or not. And, you don't have to answer, questions, nothing like that. And that's just the way it goes. That's just my opinion. Again, it's not everybody's forte, but it's my forte, and it's been working, and we got a lot of sales. So this next item right here is going to be a one-touch ultra mini blood glucose glucometer. It is red. Now remember what I told you guys, these glucometers, they do really well. I think in the units we have found, I don't know, 3 or 4, I think, and so far 3 of them have sold. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. It's going to be this one right here. It is tested and works, and it sold for a total of $20 plus shipping. I listed it for $25, and somebody sent me an offer for $20, so I just accepted it. It made sense to me, and yeah. So be on the lookout when you guys are doing storage units. Be on the lookout for them. They're not like big ticket money, but depending on the model, they can hold a little bit of value, and they sell pretty quick. I did look up today the one-touch glucose monitors. There's like 408 listed and like 423 sold. So there's clearly a market for them. So just be on the lookout for them if you see them, or if you guys are doing storage units. All right, so the next 3 items are going to be going out to the same buyer. If you guys remember the Jacksonville storage unit, all those Danbury Mint type stuff, they bought 3 things, all Florida Gator related. So let's go ahead and figure out which ones are which. Okay, so my racks are getting pretty packed in here. I'm not gonna lie, like this is probably the most stuff I've had on these racks. A little bit bigger stuff, but a lot of this stuff has been filled. So first things first is going to be this Danbury Mint rocking horse for Florida Gators. I don't know exactly what this thing so far. I want to say $25, but the person who bought the 3 items, they did one order of 2 and then 1 separate. I'm gonna have to refund them the shipping difference. But so far, this one right here sold, and this one right here with the box ended up selling. And this is the sleigh, I think. Yeah, so there it is right there. So both of those together sold for $50 plus shipping. And then the last one is going to be the train, which is going to be this one right here, and this one right here sold for $25 plus shipping. So just in 3 little Danbury Mint items sold for a total of $75 plus shipping. And that Jacksonville unit is still producing us money. Last month's auction, like I said, we did just shy of $4 grand, and we're still putting stuff from the Jacksonville unit into this month's auction. So we're working hard. We're trying to make everything happen. But that is some pretty good sales. So, and I think they bought everything at full asking price, so that's even a positive. Okay, so from this recent $3,000 storage unit, we have this iPod Shuffle. This is the iPod Shuffle. I just listed this last night and it sold very quick. 4th generation 2 GB model A1373. This thing right here, we actually had 2 of these. I technically think this is new. It just didn't have the packaging, but we did list it as used, and it sold very quick, under 24 hours for $30 plus shipping. All right, and then over here in WR2, I think this is from the train storage unit. We have made some great money on the train stuff. So these are called Magnetic couplers, Kadee, K-A-D-E-E. This is over a year and a half ago. Again, we made all of our money. This is pure profit. Both of these sold for a total of $10 plus shipping, so essentially $5 a piece on those items right there. All right, and just whenever I told you guys those blood glucose monitors, I lied to you guys. I thought I sold 3 of them, but actually in reality we sold all 4 of them. So yeah, not too bad. Again, I listed all these last night. So first one going out is going to be this one right here, and this one right here I had listed for 15 bucks, and somebody sent me an offer for 12, so I decided to accept it. And these do work. They are tested and working. And then this one right here is the second one that I found of this, which is the first one that sold. This one right here I had up there for $20. The last one I took a best offer for, I think 18 bucks. I think this one sold for full asking price for $20 plus shipping, the One Touch Ultra 2. So again, I'm not lying to you guys when I say look up the blood glucose glucometers, whatever you guys want to call it. They sell very good. And just to kind of to prove it here, look, both of those sold. And then of course this one right here. This one right here is on the higher side. Normally I had it for 25, it sold for 20, but these skinnier ones tend to do a little bit better. But I just want to show you guys something real quick. So right here where it says blood glucose meter, right? Whenever I click it, this is going to use, okay? So 420 listed right here, you guys. 420 listed. And look at this, some people got them out there for 50 and all that. I mean, just crazy stuff, right? So 420 listed. We go down here to sold comps. 414 sold. So almost 100% sell-through rate. And there's my sell right there, and that one right there. So look, all 3 of them right there. So again, you know, just kind of be on the lookout for them, because they do very well, and I don't see many people talking about this. Again, not saying you're gonna get rich off of this, but could you imagine if you guys put in your Facebook page or something, hey listen, I'm looking for any and all blood glucometers, glucose meters, whatever you guys want to call them, and be like, listen, I'm paying $5 to $10 a piece. And then, I mean, I'm just saying, man, it could be a potential profitable type of item. So but again, I'm not gonna stay here and lecture you guys about blood glucose meters, but they're there if you want to make some money. So that's going to be the end of today. So today's Thursday. So yeah, so tomorrow I got a baseball game. Maybe I'll throw in a clip or 2. I don't know. We'll definitely see about that. But if not, I'll see you guys Sunday night with what sold, or depending on what I'm doing in life. and keep this kind of vlog thing going. So appreciate you guys watching. So see you guys in a minute. Alrighty guys, so check it out, man. It is late at night. It is March 16th, which means it is a Sunday. And yeah, I got kind of carried away. I want to give you guys a quick update. So we do have some eBay orders going out. I'm bringing that up right now as we speak. But I've been currently working on my local auction. As you guys know, my wife just had surgery, so it's kind of giving me a little bit of a hiccup trying to figure out times and when I'm able to run my local auction, etc. That way it doesn't interfere with me attending to her, as well as my baseball schedule, as well as winning units. So it's definitely throwing a little curveball in my life. Also too, the wife is recovering well. I don't know if I've told you guys that. It's 4 days officially. Tomorrow will be 5 days since she's had her surgery. She's up and walking around. She's doing great. No real complications, no issues. She's been hurting a little bit today and the other day, but that's understandable. But just want to give you guys just a quick little update. As you guys can see here, you know, I got a little warning sign that we're doing like a 3-day pickup. And I should be able to work with some people if the 3-day pickup doesn't work out. Normally I do Friday to Friday in our local auctions. And this time I'm going to be doing it from Wednesday to Wednesday, and then 3-day pickup. Normally I do 4 days, but if I was to do a 4-day pickup, then it would interfere with my baseball schedule. So I'm going to do a 3-day pickup, and then if there's any stragglers that need to work with me a little bit, I'm going to do what I can. But yeah, but this is all the stuff that I have inputted right now. Right now we have 218 items going in this auction, and we have a total of, let's see how many exactly I've inputted today, because I've done a lot today. All this is in one day, by the way. Really just trying to push this as quick as possible. So I did 78 items today inputted. That means that's pictured, you know, going through it, all that type of stuff. So 78 items that we have currently listed. I gotta have it ready by Tuesday night, going into Wednesday before 7 p.m. That's when technically it has to be done. But I'm gonna try to have it done Tuesday night, which I should be able to do that. Tomorrow's gonna be a very, very, very long day for me. One, because I gotta pack up packages tonight, and we got a decent amount of orders going out. On top of that, I gotta go grocery shopping. I have to go drop off packages. I have to finish this up. There's something else I have to do tomorrow too. I don't know, there's something else I have to do. I cannot remember on top of my head. Oh yeah, I potentially have to go down to Savannah to get my radiograph over to the VA, because I ended up breaking my elbow. So I gotta do that too. I'm trying to figure out what day I'm gonna be able to do that. Maybe Tuesday morning I might be able to do it. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna figure it out. I know there's a lot of ranting and stuff that you guys don't want to hear about, but let's just say I'm under a little bit of pressure, a little bit of stress, but that's okay. But let's go ahead and get into these eBay orders. We have a total of 11 items going out for $442.16, and I do have a couple packages down in my truck, so I am going to run down there to get that real quick, and then we are going to be pulling the first few orders here shortly. So give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so the first item that is going to be going out is going to be a pair of ASICS. Matter of fact, I've had these things for quite some time. They're going to be women's 11. You guys, I don't know exactly where I got this from. Probably from a yard sale at some point. I've had this thing listed since June 30th of 2022. That means this thing is almost 3 years old of listing. So, you know, still sold for some good money. And these are it right here. These things are very clean. Had them up there for $40. Somebody sent me an offer for $30, so I decided to accept it. And yeah, they sold for $30 plus shipping for this nice pair of ASICs. So again, just goes to show you that even stuff that's been listed for 3 years will eventually sell on eBay. All right, next thing going out is going to be this cassette tape. It's going to be Warrant Ultraphobic Cassette. This thing right here, found at a yard sale about a year ago. Found tons of rock and roll cassettes. We made a ton of money on that deal. We also found a Nintendo 64 at that yard sale. I can't remember exactly how much I paid, but they had, I think I listed a total of, I think over 300 cassettes individually. And I think I paid like 20 bucks for it all. They just said, I just want it gone. So I was like, you know what? It's all rock and roll. It's got to be worth a little something. That cassette right there sold for a total of $8 plus shipping. It ships in a 7x5x2 box. And again, I think that was actually my first time ever buying cassettes. You know, in this business, you know, you come across a lot of items, but you also kind of go with your gut instinct on stuff. But $20 for 300 plus cassettes, didn't know that at the time, but $20 for all that, I mean, you can't turn that down. Even though it's gonna be a lot of work, sometimes it's better to have that over surplus of inventory. Once you get it listed, they sell over time, and we're actually in the green from that deal. So I mean, hey, when it's all pure profit, $8, $5, $10, $20, all that crap adds up over time. All right, this thing right here, this Lilliput Lane Village thing. And let me just double check. This thing right here says horologist. Is that correct? It is. From 1995, made by a Nesco. I believe this is from a storage unit at some point. And I don't necessarily want to take it out because it's nice and neat in there, but it does have like a COA signed, all that good stuff. If you guys look up Lilliput Lane, it's not for the most part, a quick seller. But they do sell. I think we probably started off here with probably 10 of these, and I think this is my last one. I think so. So I think we had like 10 of these at one point, and they all sold. I had this up there for $50. Somebody sent me an offer for $40, so I decided to accept that. So $40 plus shipping on something that is pure profit, and that is exactly how you reinvest your money, and especially in the storage units, man. Like you can make so much money doing storage units, and whenever those other items sell, that might take a little bit longer. You know, you're going to be well in the green. All right, guys, next item going out is going to be this Bigfoot ice cream machine. This is from the Jacksonville storage units. Now, the way I've been running my eBay store as of lately is, as you maybe I even mentioned this in my past videos, but essentially all I'm doing is I'm taking the good sell-through rate stuff, throwing it on eBay. Doesn't matter if it's worth $5, $1, $1 million, whatever. This is one of those items. It sold pretty quick. We won that unit in January, and it took under 2 months of listing. So yeah, I mean, it's brand new on the inside, and it sold for $20 plus shipping. And again, some people might be like, well, maybe it's not worth 20 bucks, but hey, 20 bucks plus shipping, sold in under 2 months. I will take that all freaking day, just saying. And then right here, we have an Apple iPod Shuffle. This thing right here is the second one that we had from that $3,000 storage unit. That unit is actually ended up being a pretty decent unit. Again, anytime you spend $3 grand, in my opinion, you want to at least triple your money, at least double up for sure. But on a good day, tripling up from that storage unit. Like I said, we're probably going to profit about $1,000 to $1,500, depending on what our local auction does. I think optimistically, easily $1,000, $1,500. Not really sure, depending on what stuff goes for. But this is the second one that we had. The other one sold for $30. I just sold this one pretty quick because we're in the green. Somebody sent me an offer for $25 plus shipping, and it does work. And we accepted the $25 item, or offer. So yeah, like I said, sometimes it's just better just to move stuff quick. $5 off. We're in the green. Might as well take it. So now we can reinvest that money for this week with storage units. And then over here, something that people sleep on a lot in storage units are these like pen stuff. You know, what do they call it? The Refograph. Yeah, right there, Reform Refograph. We sold another one, I think it was Radiograph or something. It was something similar to this. And I think that one sold for like, I think 50 bucks, I think. But yeah, but these vintage stuff, these technical pens, there you go, that's another name for them. They do pretty well. I had it up there for $20 plus shipping. Somebody sent me an offer for $17. I said, you know what, we're in the green. I believe this is from the Jacksonville storage unit as well. So that unit in Jacksonville has been making us some good money. And like I said, it's always important to do your due diligence and look up every little item. Because like I said, you never know, like that $17 item, most people will probably throw that away. Put it at a yard sale for $1, $2, $5, whatever. And you're missing out on 17 to 20 bucks. So yeah, not too bad. This next item right here is going to be this Roundup sprayer, and this thing right here, move that like that. We got this at an estate sale for $8. Again, it's not a big money maker. I actually bought it because I thought maybe my dad could use it, but he said he has like 2 or 3 of them, so I was like, you know what, we'll just list it. Maybe it's worth like 15, 20 bucks, but it goes for a little bit more. I sold it for $25 plus shipping, and $8 into 25, not a great not a great price, but hey, it's still profit at the end of the day. Something that I've had for quite some time is going to be this thing right here, this Cracker Barrel griddle press, I think. Yeah, griddle press. It is vintage Cracker Barrel, probably early 2000s at some point. And yeah, not a bad little piece, pretty good condition. Got this in a storage unit. I don't remember, probably had this listed for quite some time. And it finally sold for 15 bucks plus shipping. What I was actually gonna do with this here pretty soon, probably in April, I was gonna pull this off my eBay store, throw it in my local auction, because cast iron stuff does very well. But this is cast iron, 15 bucks plus shipping, and cast iron stuff just does really well in our local auction. So I was like, you know what? Maybe we'll just throw it in that and see what happens. But again, it just goes to show you that items will sell over time, and it kind of amazes me sometimes. This right here is a pink sharp alarm clock. If you guys remember the unit where I told you guys the manager, this is probably December? Yeah, December. And we've actually sold, I think, every single one of these. I think, let me see. Yeah, I think this is my last one of the pink variation. So it was the unit where I was talking to you guys about. The manager told me that the husband was like a deadbeat husband. It was that unit. Found all types of collectible stuff, and got it for 250 bucks. Pretty good steal. This right here had another for 15 bucks plus shipping. Already well in the green between Whatnot, eBay, etc. Sent me an offer for $10, so I decided to accept it. And yeah, $10 plus shipping on that item right there. All right, guys. Next item is gonna be from the train unit from a while ago. The train unit, and this thing right here is a number 394 O-scale 1950s metal beacon tower with the bulb and the top light on the bottom there. This thing actually sold for a full asking price of $50 plus shipping, and again, that train unit has made us a ton of money. I mean, it's just amazing, man. It's amazing what sells. Like I told you guys like 20 times in this video, it amazes me on what sells after. Let me just see whenever I listed this one, because like I said, it's been over a year. So I listed this thing of June 16th of 2023. Can y'all believe that train unit has been almost for 2 years ago? Time is going by so quick. Now, real quick, I'm not going to go into the other room and pull this just because, you know, just want to get it done right here. But these Dan Post cowboy boots, size 11, they ended up selling for $40 plus shipping. I'm going to show you guys the picture. But it was that unit where we found the propane heater, the Red Bull cooler, the bow, the man cave stuff. There you go, the man cave stuff. And this is the pair of boots that sold. We cleaned them up. They came out pretty good. We can't complain. We stripped them, put them in baking soda and vinegar and all that other stuff, and they, you know, took a couple days to dry out, but you know, not too shabby in my opinion. This is what the size looked like, but yeah, I had it out there for $50, but I took a best offer of $40 plus shipping. So that's going to be all 11 items going on for $442.16. Let me see exactly how much we did per week. And again, I want to keep you guys updated just because it's like I'm trying to get back into the eBay thing, because we've obviously been slacking, right? So as of right now, our total sales, we did $1,137.83 for this week. So definitely not too bad. We sold a total of 27 items. Average sales price was $42.14. And yeah, looks pretty good. Not too shabby. My overall sales, let's see, from last year, my sales are down by 25%. But still not too bad. Let me see today. Yeah, but again, we're listing more, we're getting more stuff listed, so I'm not complaining because our sales are definitely going back up. And I'm gonna try to keep you guys updated per week, every Sunday night, and give you guys an update of how much we've actually sold during the week. And again, that's not including Whatnot, that's not including my local sales, that's not including you know, the auction, that type of stuff. It's literally just on eBay. But we're coming back strong, and yeah, and the local auction's coming good, so that should be hopefully bringing in a minimum $2,000 this month, which I'm sure it will. We're putting some good stuff in there. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the week, you guys. I appreciate you guys all watching and all that. Let me go downstairs and maybe we can see the wife for a sec. Look, everybody, it's the wife. It's the wifey. give an update on how you feel.
It's still kind of hard to get up off the couch, but I'm doing it. I'm walking around just fine. Apparently, I can't use the pain meds that they gave me too much because they affect my heart. And I told 4 different doctors, and Brandon and my mother told 2 different nurses that I was allergic to the surgical glue, and they never sent me home with steroids, so I ended up having to call a different doctor to get a steroid pack because I ended up with hives. So
just like last time.
Yep.
And the puppies are keeping them company. Ain't that right, my love? Yeah, we love the lickies. Where's Maximus? Where's Maximus?
Right here.
Oh, there he is. Say hi, Maximus.
He's like, it's cold.
He's like, get that camera out of my face. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this week, you guys. We'll see you guys next video. As always, it's your boy, Georgia Picker, and...
Go, wifey!
Yeah, we'll see you guys next video. Peace.
I don't wanna wake up.